Johnie Freiwald is back in studio to give us this week's men's basketball report. Johnny, the team started off this season hot. Have they been able to keep this going?
Well, Chris, the Point Park men's basketball team went into their Thanksgiving break on a bit of a cold streak. After beating Penn State Fayette, they dropped their next two games in a non-conference game against Center. The Pioneers simply could not get things going on offense. They struggled throughout the game and only posted a total of 76 points. That is well below what they have become used to seeing out of this team. They managed to keep the game close, but in the end, Center's ability to control the pace of the game is what hurt the Pioneers. In a tough battle, the Point Park fell short 80-76. The next night was their first road conference game of the young season for the Pioneers. It was a rematch against the team they had beaten earlier in the season, IU Kokomo. However, when you take a look at the game film from this one, you would have never known these two teams were the same. The first matchup saw a tough offensive battle that the Pioneers prevailed in, with neither team breaking the 70-point barrier. In fact, that is the type of game the Pioneers usually lose. This time around, these teams played much more to the style of what we are used to seeing for Point Park high-powered offense. The Pioneers controlled the tempo of the game throughout, but they were not the team that got the victory. IU Kokomo showed their offensive versatility by putting up 116 points of their own and won this one, 116-106. It was a rough weekend for the Pioneers heading into their break, and one that they hope to bounce back from.
Now, Johnny, you look at this team here. They lost to a team in IU Kokomo that had no wins on the season, and they were able to beat earlier in the year. What happened that they really just kind of dropped the ball?
You know, Chris, it seems like they're kind of just not in their rhythm, and they need to get that back. Hopefully over the break they were all able to rest up, and they'll come back into this week with some more charisma.
Now, we saw this problem last year with the men's basketball team there, did we, Johnny? They were a team that was unable to really hit the road and able to win on the road, and we see them go 0-2 again in another trip to Kentucky. What do they really need to do to fix that? How do they try to get some road wins if they want to be competitive in the KIAC conference?
You know, I think that they really just need to bring that confidence that they have at home. It seems that maybe they get a little nervous when they're away, or, you know, just not feeling prepared when they're not at home.
And, Johnny, look at, they play some more conference action this weekend against Alice Lloyd. Do you think they have a chance to really try to rebound and get themselves back on the winning side being in their home gym?
You know, like I said before, hopefully with the break that they'll be able to pull back together, and they'll be home. So like I said, they won't have that lack of confidence.
Thanks, Johnny. The big thing hitting the headlines this week is college football. Auburn pulled off the finish of the year in the Iron Bowl with Alabama. Alabama rolled Tide, and they were able to jump out to a 21-14 lead at halftime. But Auburn came out in the second half and tied it up going into the fourth quarter. Auburn came down the field late in the game, got into field goal range. They attempted a 57-yard field goal with 1 second left. The kick was short, and Auburn's Chris Davis returned the missed kick 109 yards as time expired to win the game for Auburn 34-28. The BCS standings were shook up in the following way. Florida State is now number 1, Ohio State 2, Auburn 3, Alabama 4, and Missouri round out the top 5. The NFL playoff picture is starting to take form as the calendar turns to December. The Denver Broncos bounced back to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday after losing a 24-point halftime lead to the New England Patriots the week before. Denver was down 21-7 early in the game and was able to make a comeback and win 35-28. The Detroit Lions won on Thanksgiving for the first time since the 2003 season. They pounced all over the Green Bay Packers, who may be without Aaron Rodgers for the rest of the season. And the last big football story is how the Carolina Panthers have now won 8 straight games. After starting 1-3, they are now 9-3 and are tied currently for second in the NFC. The Major League Soccer Cup is all set for December 7th between Sporting KC and Real Salt Lake. Sporting KC and Real Salt Lake both finished second in their respective conference. Real Salt Lake advanced by defeating Portland on 5-3 aggregate. Sporting KC advanced on 2-1 aggregate over Houston. Both teams are looking for their second MLS Cup title. Real Salt Lake won in their only appearance in 2009, and Sporting KC won in 2000 but lost in 2004. The baseball season may have ended, but the off-season moves are just getting started. The big trade so far is between the Texas Rangers and the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers sent all-star power-hitting first baseman Prince Fielder to Texas for infielder Ian Kinsler. The next big transaction so far from baseball came from the Oakland Athletics signing of Scott Kazmir. The deal is reportedly worth $22 million. And one of the biggest free agents still on the market is Robinson Cano. He told the Yankees he wants a contract for more than $300 million. The Yankees have been yet to sign him.